All right, hello everybody. Today we're going to be doing horizontal asymptotes, and we're going to be looking specifically at exponential functions. So whenever you have an exponential function, you're going to have what's called a base. A base. Here it's b, but it's really just any number, and the number is going to be raised to an exponent. And the exponent up here is usually just x, but I have cx plus d. You might have a number out in front that's being multiplied by the base, and you might have a constant over here off to the side. That could definitely show up. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing specifically on the horizontal asymptotes. So we're going to be looking mainly at this constant right here. We want to know what this constant is for every single function down here. So that way we can use that to find the horizontal asymptote. For this function, the horizontal asymptote would be y equals e, whatever number e is. So looking at the first one, we don't have a constant that's being added off to the side. So we consider it to be 0. The horizontal asymptote for this will be y equals 0. For the next one, the constant is 5. It's being added off to the side. That makes it the horizontal asymptote. Y equals 5. Okay, and for number 3, I have a minus 2. That's definitely a negative 2, not a positive 2. So when I write my horizontal asymptote, it's going to be y equals negative 2, a negative number. And then the last one down here, number 4, the constant is actually over here on the left side. It's going to be a positive 3. The minus is attached to the 6, so we're not going to use that minus. So when I write my horizontal asymptote, I'm going to get the equation y equals 3. So being horizontal asymptotes, these are just going to be horizontal dotted lines that the function will not cross, but it will get very close to that dotted line. It will just never intersect it or cross it. So now I wanted to show you a few of these in Desmos and show you what the graphing calculator says that it looks like. We're going to be looking at number 2 and number 4. All right, so for number 2, I have 4 to the x power plus 5. My function is going to be y equals 4 to the x power, and I'm adding 5 at the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that horizontal asymptote that we found, that y equals 5, and we're going to graph that as well. So I get y equals 5. All right. I'm going to change this to a blue dotted line, and I'm going to change this to black so you can see how the function interacts with the asymptote. So what you'll notice is the graph gets closer and closer to that horizontal dotted line, but it never crosses. And that is the nature of a horizontal asymptote. It's always going to behave that way. Let's look at number 4. I've got y equals 3 minus 6 to the x minus 2 power. So let's graph this and the horizontal asymptote y equals 3 and see what it looks like. Okay, so I've got y equals 3 minus 6 to the x minus 2 power. X minus 2. That's going to be my exponent. Okay, so we zoom out and we see the function. That's going to be y. And my horizontal asymptote is going to be that constant that's off to the side, the positive 3. I'm going to graph that as y equals 3. And I'm going to change that to a blue dotted line. I do that for all of the asymptotes. So as we zoom in, the purple function is getting closer and closer to the blue dotted line, but it never crosses. And you can zoom in and you can see that for yourself. Y equals 3 is the horizontal asymptote.